954, the voice of truth, the official radio station of the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Good morning, good kväll och good eftermiddag. And välkommen till INCRadio Northern Europe Satellite Studio. I am Sister Selina Bolander, broadcasting from Hildebrook, Sweden, and I will be one of your hosts for tonight. And yes, it's not just me. I have my handsome co-host broadcasting from Stockholm, so go ahead.
Yes, thanks, Selena. Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Magandang umaga, tanghali, and gabi sa ating lahat. I'm Kenneth Valdez, one of your hosts for tonight's broadcast from the local congregation of Stockholm, Sweden, in the district of Northern Europe. And currently, it's Sunday, May 18, 2025, 9:02 CEST or Central European Summer Time. And in the Philippines, it is already May 19, 2025, 3:02 Philippine time. And of course, thank you po to all of our viewers and listeners. And please stay tuned for our tonight's broadcast dahil bubusugin namin kayo ngayong gabi. And what we have in our program for tonight, Selena?
Yes, just like what Kenneth said, our topic for tonight is a taste of home. We have a very appetizing topic, and we know everyone can relate. May you be someone who lives away from home, or even those who doesn't live in their childhood home anymore. So it's not just for those who move countries away. So please stay with us until the end, because this is a very interesting and appetizing topic. Although, let me warn you, you might get hungry with our topic for tonight. So without further ado, Kenneth, who do we have for tonight?
Yes, before jumping in our topic, kilalanin muna natin ating mga guests for tonight. Let's start from Lund, Sweden. Hi!
Hello po, everyone. I'm Janet Valle po from Lund, Sweden. I'm Deaconess, Finance Officer and Secretary, Scan Officer, Vice President of the Bookload, Bookload Officer also in our district, and currently President of the CMDPS. Thank you.
Yes, thank you, Janet. We will get back to you later on. And for our next guest, it's from Zagreb, Croatia. Hi.
Hi, hello, good evening po sa ating lahat. I'm Kuya Del from the local congregation of Zagreb, Croatia, and I am a choir member.
Yes, thank you so much, Delmar. So from Zagreb, Croatia, let's move back to Scandinavia. Let's go to Copenhagen.
Hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone who's currently tuned in to INCRadio Satellite Studio in Northern Europe. I am Heidi Joy Hostrom, but you can call me Joy for short, from the local congregation of Copenhagen, Denmark, and I currently hold office as a choir officer, finance officer, the assistant chairman on the district CFO Bookload, and district multimedia officer. Hello po sa inyong lahat.
Yes, thank you so much, Joy. We'll get back with you later. And our last but definitely not the least. So from Copenhagen, let's go to Czech Republic. Go ahead.
Hello, good evening, good morning, good day to all of you. I'm Trevor de la Paz. I'm from local of Prague, Czech Republic. So I'm currently the head deacon of our local. So I'm a TSB officer and a children's worship service teacher po. Thank you for having me here.
Thank you so much, Trevor. And like what I mentioned earlier, our topic for tonight is a taste of home. So, for our live chat viewers and listeners, before we give our live chat question, please don't forget to comment with the hashtag of your local congregation and the countries you're watching in. And also, don't forget to click the like and share button. So, our question for you tonight, our first question actually is, what food or meal instantly reminds you of home and why? Please share it to us in the comment section, and we will try our very best to read all your comments. So, with that, let's go with our topic discussion. Who do we have first, Kenneth?
Yes, let's back to Janet. Hi, Janet, again. Yeah,
Hello.
yeah. Okay, from your childhood or even now maybe, what food or meal do you usually instantly reminds you at home?
Okay, there are many foods that instantly remind me of home, like adobo, munggo, sinigang. Where we used to live in the Philippines, where when I was a child, there was a tall tamarind tree sa likod ng bahay. And malapit doon, there was also a kamyas tree. So we often ate sinigang, varieties of sinigang. It could be pork sinigang, fish, chicken, pati gulay sinisigang. Yan. So we ginagamit ang tamarind sa lahat ng almost lahat ng niluluto.
Yeah, kitang-kita naman po sa kitang-kita naman sa photos natin diyan. Ayan. And nice you have a tamarind or sampalok tree right behind the house and kamyas tree also. So libre na yung free na yung ingredients and it's natural and eco-friendly pa, right? So just Janet. And what's your earliest memory associated with the food and family?
Yeah, I grew up in the province, and as a little girl, one memory that comes to mind would be going with my lola sa bukid to bring food, lunch to my lolo, who was a farmer. And my lolo built a bahay kubo sa gitna ng rice field. So we would bring him food such as munggo with rice and toyo. And we would eat sa bahay kubo. Sometimes all the farmers would join us to eat lunch, and there will be lots of kwentuhan and laughter. And it was when it was time to go home, I would complain that my feet hurts. So my lolo, nalala ko, binubuhat niya ako sa shoulders niya. Dahil lagi ako nagrereklamo.
And wow, that's really nostalgic, Janet. And the Bahay Kubo in the middle of the rice field, and then all the farmers, yung mga magsasaka, would eat together, sabay-sabay, right? And at the same time, and sharing happy stories. And yeah, I really miss those kinds of moments. And so to all the listeners and viewers, please share your memories if you experienced that too, going to the farm and bonding through food. Thank you, Janet. And who do you have next, Selena?
Yes, before we call on our next, I'd like to comment on that one as well because I grew up in the city, but when we moved to the province, eh, that is something that I enjoyed more. And especially right now, organic foods are pretty expensive, but during my childhood days, those are for free. We get it in the backyard, and especially the kamyas. I can't remember the last time I've tasted that. My grandmother used to dry those, and she cooked fish with dried kamyas, which is really, really good. So yeah, now I miss it. I miss it a lot. But before enough of that, I will go to our next guest. I would like to ask Delmar. So For Delmar, what emotions or memories come up when you think of food from home?
Uh, for me, the emotion or memories come up to my mind when I remember food from home is happiness or satisfied because
Yes, so yes, happiness and satisfaction because I can understand that. And I can see on the photos, there's a lot of good food that Delmar shared with us tonight. So, in regards with that, I'd like to know who was the main cook in your household growing up and what did they teach you through food?
okay, the main cook in our home is my mother, and she taught us to make the different way how to cook fried egg, scrambled egg, steam, and the main lesson that we learn to our mother is bawal magsayang po ng pagkain.
Yes, I can totally agree with that. I think that's something that that's very important for us to know yung bawal magsayang ng pagkain. Every mother tell us that at home you just get what you can finish, and even we eat outside even though it's a buffet, right? So let me ask you, Delmar, is it your mother that inspired you to be a cook? Because to our viewers and listeners, if you don't know, Delmar now works as a cook or chef, right? So is it your mother that inspired you to get this profession?
Yes. Yes po.
Yeah, so how long have you been working as a cook?
I'm working as a 3 years po.
Yeah, so I've never been to Croatia, but I'm hoping to taste some of the food that you made in the near future. I'm looking forward to that. So thank you so much, Delmar, and we will get back to you later. So now, from Delmar. Let's go to our sister to in Denmark. But before that, we have a lot of comments here that we will read later. I just want to read this particular comment from brother Henrik Hulstrom. Shout out to my wonderful wife, Heidi Joy Hulstrom. I miss your kare kare. So yes, so in regards to that, I'd like to know, Joy, what food or meal instantly reminds you of home and why?
Hello po again. Nagulat naman ako sa very supportive na comment ng aking husband. Uh, well, to go back to your question, Selena, I think because I live in the Philippines, I grew up in the province in Cavite, so it's down south. So the main dish talaga ng Cavite are seafoods kasi we're very close to the beach. So dun madami yung mga pagkaing dagat talaga. So it's mainly any kind of seafood and of course the family's favorite kare-kare. So every time na makakakain ako ng ulam na seafood or the kare-kare, talagang those kinds of dish reminds me of home. And syempre kapag ka naman nasa winter season tayo, it is the pork sinigang. Kasi may sabaw and mainit. So that gives the nostalgic feeling and also the feeling of how it is being at home in the Philippines.
Yes, I agree. And I can see on the photos that you cook a lot of Filipino dishes. And if I'm not mistaken, your children are born and raised in Copenhagen, right?
Well, my children, I have 3 kids po, and my children are actually born in different countries. So my eldest, she was born in the Philippines. My son, he was born in Qatar. And my youngest, she was born here in Denmark. But all of them love Filipino food.
Yes, we can see that on the photos that the kids really love eating Filipino food. So, in regards with that, who was the main cook in your household growing up, and what did they teach you through food?
In our family, both my mom and dad are good cooks naman po. Pero I would say that my dad is a better cook from my mom. My dad's province is from Tarlac, so he cooks a lot of exotic foods and yung medyo there's a lot of strong spices. And I did not inherit his skills, but my middle sister did. So whenever there we are in the Philippines, before we went abroad, talagang parang silang dalawa yung main cook sa bahay. And the things that I did not get to learn, the dishes that I did not get to learn from my dad, it was actually my sister who taught me how to cook those dishes. And she was actually the one that taught me how to cook beef kare-kare.
I see. And we've been friends for a while, but I haven't tried any of the dishes you cook. And magkalapit lang tayo. So hopefully, I can taste that in the near future. Thank you so much, Joy. But yeah, she mentioned that her father is a good cook. Just same in our household. Both my mom and my dad are really good cook, but my dad only cooks sometimes. But I'm sorry, mom, but it is much better than my mom's cooking. Although I love both, and my mom is the one that taught me how to cook. So shout out to both of them. So yeah, we'll get back at you later. Who do we have next, Kenneth?
Yes, let's go back to Krivor. Hi, Krivor.
Hello,
Yeah, okay. From your childhood, what food or meal do you usually instantly reminds you of home?
childhood.
Yeah.
So for me, what food instantly remind me of home is like tofu sisig and sinigang. Yeah, because those are favorite foods of my daughter and my wife. So for me, they considered them as my home. So yeah, those favorites foods of them. Those are the foods that reminds me of home. So whenever like I feel I always cook for them. So whenever like I feel I want to make them happy, I cook those favorites food of them po.
Yes, yeah, sinigang. Any kind of sinigang, Trevor.
No, actually sinigang na baboy. Pero yung daughter ko, kasi we used to teach her to eat vegetables. So like yung sinigang, lagi maraming vegetables yun, and then like she eats kangkong, she eats okra, she eats sitaw. So hindi talaga siya kumakain ng ano ng ng karne doon sa sinigang, puro gulay lang.
Wow. Puro gulay at least po
Yeah.
at least ano po, gulay siya, maganda sa katawan natin 'yun. And
Yes.
of course, tofu sisig. Do
Yeah,
you
tapos
prefer to be yeah, do you prefer it to be spicy or just a little bit?
no, not too much spicy. Just a
Mm,
hint of spice, then and a sweet hint of sourness. When
mm.
we're still in the Philippines, I usually use a lot of calamansi there. But here in when we transfer in Europe, calamansi is not really too easy to source. So uh we use lime instead. So I think that's the flavor that's malapit sa calamansi. So yun yung ginagamit namin.
Yeah, exactly. And
Actually yung tofu sisig kasi ang history niya, nagustuhan niya ng wife ko when we were still a couple. We ate at a resto, our favorite resto in the Philippines, and then like she said like maybe you can replicate this dish, and then I tried to research, and then I tried to research for that recipe, and then I made my own recipe, and she really likes it. So yeah.
oh, that's nice, Trevor. And I hope, and we do hope, that you're gonna taste it on the next activity.
Yeah, actually, pinadala ko siya some activities sa lokal, they really like it a lot. So
Yeah, that's nice. And I hope na matikman ko din yon, Kevon. Yeah,
hopefully.
okay. Yeah, yeah. And what's your earliest memory associated with food and family, of course?
I think during my childhood days, because um usually at home my dad cooks the one who cooks really. So like every Sunday, every occasion, if there's like New Year, if there's a birthday, he always cook a lot of food, really a lot of food. So like pag Sunday, like pag may bisita kami sa bahay, ba't ang daming pagkain? Ano yun, luto yun ni daddy. Like every Sunday, may menu na yun na iluluto. So maybe I got my cooking abilities from my dad. So like I also asked some recipes from him, and then I tried to improve it just to make it more tasteful. So yeah.
Yeah, and I noticed that most dads or tatay can really cook well, right?
Kaya sa bahay namin, baliktad, eh, kasi usually ang ine-expect sa ano yung mga babae yung mahilig magluto. Pero sa bahay kasi the boys are the one who cooks. So yeah.
Yeah, and you mentioned, Trevor, that he cooked different varieties of food. Your father, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And maybe what kind of kinds of food?
Marami actually marami. I like the lumpiang sariwa, the lumpiang gulay, like the one that it has a lot of vegetables in it but without any wrapper. So I really like that one. That I also miss that one because I cannot cook it here because the vegetable he used there is not really available in Europe. So when there's a chance that we will have a vacation in Philippines, that's one of the food that I will request from my dad.
Okay, and of course, I know that there was a special occasion meal in your home.
Yeah,
Do
there
you
is,
have?
there is.
Okay, and
Yeah.
what? Okay, what kind of food is that, and what made it
Ah,
special for you?
yung isa ube. So, yung ube, talagang ano yun, I got the recipe from my mom because when my mom is still young, she and her mother cooks kakanin. That's one of their recipe, the ube. So, I got the recipe from her and then I improve it. Actually, I when we're still in the Philippines, uh, parang naging business ko pa siya dati kasi ano, uh, I tried to I tried to give some of my friends the ube that I made and then they really like it. And then sabi nila, why you, ba't di mo ibenta yung iba? And then I tried and then and then pumatok naman siya and then there's a time that every week I cook ube, I bibili ko ng maraming ube sa market and then I cook it and really they really like it a lot. So and then that's one, the ube. And then also the lasagna roll-ups, I think at Selena really nire-request na to ni Ate Selena sa akin dati pa. But this one, lasagna roll-ups, this is one of my wife's favorite. So yeah, that's two of the food that we cook for special occasions po.
Yeah, and as what I have said, okay, we hope na matikman din namin yung lahat ng yan sa
Pag
next
nabi
occasion.
pag nabisita kayo ng Prague, I will cook it for you. Yung ube hindi ko siya naluluto dito kasi yung ube conventional way of cooking ube yung ginagawa ko talaga ay on fire. Hindi ko siya ginagamit on the induction. And I cook it like 2 hours continuous mixing. Yung sabi nila dapat malagkit na talaga yung ube. Ganun yung consistency ng ube na ginagawa ko. So, I cannot cook it here. And then, I usually use the natural one. Yung kailangan pambalatan, kailangan pag ganun talaga yung ginagamit ko ube. So, I cannot cook it here in Europe. And when we will have a chance to have a vacation in Philippines, definitely I will cook it.
Yes, thank you so much,
Thank you so
Trevor.
much.
Yes. So for our viewers who don't know what ube is actually a root crop that is a relative of sweet potatoes and taro. If I'm not mistaken, ube is purple yam, which is actually native in Southeast East Asia, and it's used in different kinds of dessert. If you like halo halo, usually the purple thing on top of it, that's ube. So if you haven't tried it, you really need to. So thank you so much, Krevor. And yes, I'm still waiting for that lasagna roll ups. Yeah, so when we get back to Prague, I'm hoping to taste it soon. And as I can see in our comment section, we have lots of comments to read. So you need to help me out, Kenneth. But let me start with this. So from Mac from Helsinki, I miss pancit bato from Bicol and also gulay na libas with taba ng baboy. Wow. And then from Nelson, from Vienna Center, grilled fish, tulingan, and corn soup. Happy viewing, dear brethren. From Pichi Uera, sinigang, most favorite as well. And then from Sirlon, also from Vienna Center, sinangag, may sabaw ng kape at tuyo. Happy viewing, dear brethren. So, sinangag is fried rice and then sabaw ng kape or coffee. For those who haven't tried it, you might think that, what combination is that? But until you try it, I'm telling you, it's actually good, and most Filipinos tries to eat that. Also from Maricar Andrada, dinengdeng na bulaklak ng kalabasa na may inihaw na bangus. Wow, it's actually 9:27 p.m. and I'm getting hungry from all the comments from our viewers and listeners. So keep them coming. What else, Kenneth? Do you see any more comments?
Yeah, from Nelson from Vienna Center. Yeah, he said that a grilled fish and corn soup. Wow, sarap naman ng mga to. And from, let's see, this one sobrang dami po. And from Kasoy Raki, yeah, pritong talong with bagoong alamang. And happy viewing to all the brethren around the world. Greetings from Norway, Trondheim. And from Kevin Medina, yeah, kamyas daw, masarap daw yon sa sinigang. Yan, happy viewing from Budapest, Hungary. And from Michelle from Stockholm, yeah, sinaing na tulingan instantly brings me back to my roots in the Philippines. More than just our family's favorite ulam, this dish is a true symbol of home for us. Every bite reminds me of family gatherings, the aroma filling our kitchen, and the warmth of home. Sinaing na tulingan is more than food. It's a taste of tradition, a reminder of where we come from, and a dish that binds our family together no matter where we are. Yeah, thank you, Michelle. And from Tanya, my aunt's sinampalukang manok from the province, sour, comforting, and full of childhood memories. Ayan. And from Des Castro, yan, kinilaw na, I don't know this one, tangingge, pochero, pritong galunggong, and inihaw na isda reminds me of home from Larvik. And of course, from Mirna, yan, miss ko na pong kumain ng labong with saluyot na may sahog na inihaw na bangus. And marami pa ba, Selena?
Yes, yes. So again, from those wondering, tanige or tanige is one of fish. It's actually expensive, and labong is bamboo shoots. So if you like eating on Asian buffets, you definitely tried labong. So yes, enough of the comments for now because I'm getting hungry. So let's get back to our topic discussion. So Kenneth, who do you want to ask first again?
Yes, let's go back to Janet. Hi, Janet again.
Hello.
Yeah, I was okay. Was there any special occasion meal in your home, and what made it special for you?
Okay. When I was little, I'd say that the special food would be the classic fruit salad and macaroni salad. My aunts, my uncles, and my cousins would come to the province for a vacation, and they would bring ingredients from Manila to make the fruit salad and the macaroni salad. here in Sweden, in our home, there's no specific special occasion food. During a special occasion, I ask my boys what they usually want to eat. So I make them. And it could be a mix of Swedish and Filipino food, like pancit and lumpia, o kaya oven baked salmon and potatoes. And for desserts naman, it would be the classic Swedish mud cake or leche flan. That's their favorite.
Okay, yeah, that's nice. And you were able to adjust also what you cook for your family. And how has food helped you to cope with homesickness?
Well, I try to cook Filipino food as often as I can, like sinigang, adobo, lumpia, and although sometimes mahirap hanapin yung ingredients dito, but I try to make the best of the ingredients that I can find.
Yeah, and how have you introduced your childhood meals to your own family right now?
Well, gaya ng sinabi ko, I try to make the Filipino food as often as I can. And most of the time, sinigang at saka adobo. Kasi yun ang favorite nila talaga. Sabaw. Pati nga yung adobo, may sabaw. Nagre-reklamo sila if my adobo is dry. So, pag ako nagluto ng adobo, it will be dry. Pag papa nilang nagluto ng adobo, it will be masabaw. So, that's their preferences. And sometimes they help me cook, especially my two boys, Ka Alex and Ka David. They help me cook food and desserts. And though hindi nila gusto yung result, they want to learn anyways how to cook the food and the desserts. And that way, it's a way for them to be introduced in to our Filipino food culture also.
Yeah, and of course, 'di ba, magkakasama kayo na family na tinuturuan mo rin sila sa pagluluto, kakasama kayo, and it builds a stronger family bond, right? Not just through sharing food, but also by living out Christian values. Thank you for that, Janet. And who do you have next, Selena?
Yes, I'd like to go back to our chef, Delmar. So, for Delmar, was there a special occasion meal in your home and what made it special?
Hello. I think the special occasion meal in our home is the lemonade chicken, bibingka, dinakdakan in Ilocano, because every time that we have a family gathering, the chicken lemonade, the bibingka, and dinakdakan is always there. At kahit wala pong gathering sa bahay namin, kung nakakapagluto po ako ng ganito, I'm really happy. Kaya minsan po ay tinatawagan namin yung lolo and lola namin to join us na kumain para masaya. And it looks like we have always occasion at home. Kasi talagang I really love to do the table settings po bago po kami kumain.
Yes, I saw that in the photos that we've shown earlier. You have really good table settings, and that's the thing with living in the Philippines. Like magkakapit bahay lang usually yung mga relatives, so we can call them to share a meal together. So, since you were there in Croatia and you grew up in the Philippines, how does food help you cope with homesickness?
Actually, food is the number one for me to help to cope up the homesickness. Because every time that I miss my family or the daily meals in the Philippines, talagang nagluluto po ako ng lutong bahay dito sa bahay po namin dito sa Croatia. At least 3 dish and 1 dessert po. At sabay-sabay po kaming kakain together with my friends. Kaya kahit papaano po nawawala yung homesickness po namin because of the food.
Yes, so thank you so much, Delmar, for sharing that. And I think your friends there in Croatia are very lucky and glad to have you there to cook for them since you're a good cook. Thank you so much for sharing that. So I'd like to ask Heidi Joy next because on the photos shown, I've seen the kids really enjoying the food and they're very glad and they're eating it, not enthusiastically. So they're really familiar with Filipino food. So I'd like to know how have you introduced your childhood meals to your own families, especially to your children?
Well, in my case, introducing my childhood meals to my own family has always been an act of both sharing and creating new traditions. So I try to make dishes that are familiar to me, which is not familiar to them, whether it's pork adobo or kare kare, pork dinakdakan, or during the winter seasons, the chicken soup or the pork sinigang or the tinolang manok. Those are the things that um, I try to cook for them, and I know that, and I'm actually quite happy that they appreciate them. And I think it has been easy for my kids because, I'm fortunate that my kids, they don't waste food. They grew up, we raise them with the teaching that there should not be any waste food. You get what is being served to you, and you eat what's on your plate. Um, it until it came to a point na each of my family member have their own favorite. So my husband would always request kare kare from me. My eldest daughter will always request pork sinigang. My son Alex, he would always request pork dinakdakan, and my youngest, she would always request either beef bulalo or just beef soup. So it has been easy for me to introduce these foods to them, and I feel quite lucky uh, for it because at least they get to share. I get to share the taste of my own roots from the Philippines.
Yes, thank you so much, Heidi Joy. But lastly, how has food helped you cope with homesickness?
Um, for me, thinking about Filipino food always brings up a deep sense of nostalgia and at the same time a sense of comfort. So when I miss home, food has always become a kind of bridge to that place and the people that I'm missing. So it's whether cooking a familiar dish that I grew up with or just basically sharing a meal with my families and friends or someone who understands homesickness. Food has become a reminder of comfort for not just for me but also for my family. So even if I can't physically be with my mom, my dad, and my two sisters, recreating a dish that I have learned from them or the cooking knowledge that I've inherited from my mom, my dad, or my sisters, it helps me soothe that kind of homesickness by savoring a familiar dish that I used to share with them.
Thank you so much, Joy. And yes, because sometimes it's not really the food, but the memories associated with the food itself. And the food doesn't have to be special. Like for others, there's nothing special about a certain food, but it becomes special to us because of the memories associated with it. And that way, the food helps us reminisce those memories and eventually help ease the homesickness. And in regards to that, we can see that there's so many of our viewers and listeners are associating food that helps them with homesickness and they're mentioning their favorite food. I'll do a quick read of the comments because we have a lot of nice comments here. From Pauline Agapay, anything my husband cooks is always home, but when I was young, champurrado is like the closest to my heart. And from Maricus Joy Oliveros from Oslo, taste of home is always tuyo and talbos na kamote. From Mirna Akube again, miss ko na kumain ulit ng luto ng aking minamahal na mother, pinakbet. And from Jess Haos, the food that instantly reminds me of home are paksiw na isda and laing. From Dina Agabo Ramirez, I miss Pakbet Ilocano version with bunga ng malunggay, the best. Yes. From Kao J, nakakamiss yung maruya, saka yung nilagang kamoteng kahoy na may sausawa ng bagoong na maanghang. From Michelle Buringot, halo-halo, the best dessert po, lalo na sa Pilipinas sa mainit na panahon. From Pichi Uwera, munggo ang ulam namin kaninang lunch. Wow, there is a lot of comment. But before that, let's go to our next guest. Who do you have next, Kenneth?
Yes, I'll get back to Crevor. Hi, Crevor again. Yeah,
Hello,
and
hello again.
yes, how has food helped you to cope with homesickness?
Ah, lagi namang may homesickness pagdating sa food eh. Pero whenever we have like a feel homesickness, whenever we crave Filipino food, we search for the ingredients here in in Prague. That whenever if we will just check if we can make those food that we are craving for, and then we also like whenever we call our parents, we ask them always. We also always ask them what's their ulam. So we will also have an idea on what to cook next.
Yeah, thank you. And how have you introduced your childhood meals to your own family?
Uh, I introduced them by asking my parents, like for example, yung ube halaya nga, ano yun. Yung dati, tinanong ko yung nanay ko, paano ginagawa yun? And they said the ingredients, and then like, maybe I can add something here that can be improved the recipe. And then, yun nga, sabi ko, we tried to sell the ube, lalo na nung pandemic. And then, my friends really like it. And then, yeah, that's all.
Yeah, thank you, Crevor. From a simple dish, you turn it into a source of your income. Yeah, right. And hopefully po matikman namin yan. And thank you, Crevor. And let's have a break for our language segment. Let's learn Swedish. Yeah, Tech.
Hi everyone! We're here to teach you some Swedish words related to our topic. Let's get started. Our first word is food. In Swedish, that is mat. Mat. Meal is måltid. Måltid. Recipe is recept. Recept. Ingredients is ingredients. Ingredients. Taste is smak. Smak. Cooking is matlagning. Matlagning. Breakfast is frukost. Frukost. Lunch is lunch. Lunch. Dinner is middag. Middag. Dessert is efterrätt. Efterrätt. And lastly, snack is mellanmål. Mellanmål. Those are just some Swedish words for you. Hope you enjoyed and see you next time, or vi ses nästa gång.
Yeah, so that's for our language segment. So hopefully you learn some of the Swedish words related to our topic tonight. So now we will go with CFO in actions for activities conducted in our district in Northern Europe. So our first activity is the CFO special gathering. So Christian family organizations or CFO members from various congregations across the District of Northern Europe, representing CWS, Binhi, Kadiwa, and Buklod, gathered for a special event that brought renewed inspiration and strength to their faith. The special worship service was officiated by Brother Angelo Manalo. During the service, Brother Angelo urged the CFO members to remain steadfast in their faith and continue walking in unity with the church administration. He offered biblical counsel that reinforced the importance of fulfilling the church's mission for the spiritual well-being of every member. Those who attended expressed how deeply uplifted and spiritually edified they felt. returning to their respective congregations with a stronger resolve to fulfill their God-given duties. So, what activity do we have next, Kenneth?
Yes, for our CFO Cares, Christian Family Organization members from Yondalin, Norway, gathered for a joyful and meaningful CFO Cares activity where they participated in events that reflected their love, unity, and genuine care for one another. Buklod members engaged in a growing herbs in water activity, which promoted sustainability and environmental awareness. At the same time, Kadiwa Binhi and CWS members showcased their creativity by making and decorating cakes, which everyone later enjoyed. The event not only strengthened the bond among the brethren, but also uplifted their faith as they felt the warmth and unity fostered within the Christian Family Organization. What do we have next, Selena?
Yes, we can see how they enjoyed on the photos that can be shown. So next we go to Steyr, Austria for the INC Giving Clean Up. So the brethren from the local congregation of Steyr, Austria, District of Northern Europe, eagerly participated in the INC Giving Cleanup Drive. With smiles on their faces and a spirit of teamwork, the brethren, along with their families, took part in cleaning their surroundings, learning the value of responsibility, and caring for the environment. This meaningful activity not only helped keep their community clean, but also strengthened the bond among the members. Through their unity and active participation, they continue to show their dedication to the church and their commitment to being responsible stewards of God's creation. Just what we can see on the photo shown on screen. So, what do we have next, Kenneth?
Yes, and last but not the least activity, the brethren from the local congregations of Gothenburg, Borås, Jönköping, and Hyltebruk gathered to participate in the CFO Day held in Gothenburg, Sweden. The brethren were grateful for this activity as they were all able to meet and bond with one another through shared meals and laughter, and most of all, unite with the church administration. During the activity, the brethren participated in different games and watched different performances from other brethren. They are grateful to the church administration for allowing them to have activities such as this, and they're hoping to have more activities like this in the future. Selena?
Yes, thank you so much, Kenneth. And wow, look at the time. We are actually enjoying our topic for tonight while getting hungry, but all good things must come to our end. So, for that, we will go for a quick round of shout outs for our guests. Let's start with Janet.
Yes. Shout out to my family, Ka Alex, Ka David, Ka Emmer, and also our brethren from Lund, Sweden, all our brethren from the District of Northern Europe. Hello po everyone.
Thank you so much, Janet. Delmar, go ahead for your quick shout outs.
Shout out po sa aming very hardworking and very kind local minister, Brother James Bautista po at ang kanyang may bahay, Camilisa, and his son and daughter, Kajamili and Josh. And shout out din po sa mga kapatid po dito sa Croatia na suportado at mababait, ka Jemary Jessica Marid at Archie Grace Victoria Rowena, ka Jude, ka Esther Dexter Robert Marlon, ka Philip Oliver, ka Alvin and Mark Dahug po, and to my beloved mother po, Mami Helen, at sa aking kapatid na si Red and Mark Organista po sa lokal ng Munyos.
Thank you so much, Delmar and Heidi Joy. Go ahead for your shout outs and greetings.
Yes, thank you, Selena. I just want to greet everyone in the local congregation of Copenhagen, Denmark, GWS's Voyens, Horsens, and Skjern and Greenland, who are currently tuned in right now. And of course, to our resident minister, Brother Oliver Nugget. And last but not the least, I would like to greet all of my family members who are currently supporting INCRadio Northern Europe, my husband, Henrik, my 3 kids, Monique, Alexander, and Madeline. Hello sa inyong lahat, and I hope that you had enjoyed tonight's segment. Thank you po.
Yes, thank you so much, Joy. And Kervor, go ahead.
Hello, binabati ko ang aming destinado, our resident minister, Kada ni Leo Bika Alim, and also his wife, Ka Laura. Good evening po. And to all the brethren here in local of Prague, Czech Republic. So, good evening po sa lahat. And always continue supporting INC Radio. And also my wife, Melody, Cream, they are watching at the other room. So yeah. And then also the brethren that are continuously supporting INC Radio po. Good evening to all of you po.
Yes, thank you so much, Trevor. So now for our birthday celebrants for the month of May. So we try to get most and please so go ahead and start, Kenneth.
Yes, from Budapest, Joyce Ann Malit, Catherine Constantino, Sharin Reyes, happy birthday po. And from Gothenburg, Ka-Albert Brillantes and Cafe Brillantes, yeah. And from Hilterbrook, Ka-Brandon Bolander, happy birthday po. And from Yundalen, Ka-Kevin Westgord, from Vienna, Austria, Ka-Amy Kirsten Mihalov, sorry po, Stephanie Salangsang, IC Miyake Consulta, Amado Domingo, Jim Rafael, and Perez po. And from Czech Republic, Cedric Bagotwa and Rachel Vargas. Okay. And who do we have next, Selena?
Yes, we also have from Copenhagen, Arnold Dulin, and then from Finland, Sebastian Bryce Seaman, Yeset Tanskanen, from Stockholm, Connor Fairbairn, Faye Buban, Veronica Borenher, Matilda Sevilla from Croatia, Judith May Ramos, Gary Guanco, Cyrus San Victorias, Jay Setiar, Gregorio Carbonell, Oliver Daho, Jay Sarmiento, Gerson Meca, Mark Anthony Capis, and Romel Apostol, and Jefferson Obras. So, Kuya Tech, can we please play our happy birthday song to all our May celebrants?
Happy birthday to you. Maligayang pati sa'yo. Happy birthday to you. Maligayang pati sa'yo. Happy birthday po!
Yes, happy birthday po. So before we end our broadcast, we actually still have a lots of comment and we will try our best to read this. And yes, since kanina pa pinag-uusapan ang ube halaya ni Kerbor from Roxanne Kate Isidro, I miss ube halaya because I'm from the province of Laguna. Ube halaya and buko pie are some of good and tasty delicacy in our province. From Sister Divine Nugget, fried suman with hot cacao from our neighbor, and tulingan cooked in a palayok by mother. From Clarissa Traboco from Croatia, nakakamiss pong inihaw na bangus. And another one who misses halo-halo is April Rose Alba. From Michelle Helmanson, every Sunday after attending our worship service and fulfilling our various duties, my family gets together for a special lunch. What makes this meal truly special is not only the food, but the sense of being together, gratitude, and warmth that fills the room as we share stories, laughter, and reflections from the week. It strengthens our family bonds and marks the Sunday worship as a highlight of our week. Another one who missed tulingan is inihaw na tulingan is Richel Eroy. From Dina Agabo Ramirez, I miss Ilocano version of Pakbet. And Arnold Ocampo, which I believe is also a chef. He said, good evening to all brethren. Watching from Espoo, Finland. I love adobong eggs, fried rice, and tomatoes, eggplants, salad sa umaga. So yes, so you can see we can make different kind of adobos. From Florebe Yesto, back in Philippines, simple food like tuyo, egg, and kape or coffee is masarap lalo na pagkasama ang pamilya kumain. From Eberlita Benito, good evening everyone. We have paksiw and pakbet, also giniling Ilocano dish po. So, wow. Nagugutom na ako. Kenneth. Okay, so now, Kenneth, I think it's time for us to wrap up our broadcast because we're running out of time.
Yes, exactly. Yes, and thank you to all of our viewers and listeners. Thank you, Tech in the Philippines. And thank you to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, for having INCRadio programs such as this, and Brother Angel Iranio Manalo, CEBSI President and CEO and Christian Family Organizations Coordinator. Selena.
Brother Montreville Boy, INC Media Production Section Chief. Brother Wally Taray, INC Radio Subsection Chief.
And our District Supervising Minister, Brother Vizar Balsita, and our District CFO Overseer, Brother Oliver Nagit. And for our greetings, and sa akin muna po, to my family and friends in the Philippines, hello po sa lahat dyan. Shoutout po to the brethren in the local of Stockholm and all the GWS in Aninas Hamskanstul in Arboga. And of course po, thank you sa pag-asikaso sa amin ng last Saturday in Gothenburg. Salamat po sa lahat ng nag-asikaso sa amin doon. And from Ka-Audi, hello po. Shoutout po sa inyo. And of course, Ka-Alex din po and sa kanyang may bahay po. Thank you so much. Kasilina?
Yes. Again, happy birthday to my husband Brandon, and belated happy birthday to my uncle Alfonso Julian Jr. and to my nephew Ash Julian. Advance happy birthday to my uncle Romy Julian and my aunt Melinda Costanilla. And from shout out sa mga awit sa Katowice and Lowicz in Brno, Czech Republic from one of our INC radio hosts, Angela Domingo, and shout out to our district supervising minister Brother Vizar Balsita and his wife Sister Lisa Balsita, and our destinado here in Hildebrand Brother Frederick and his wife, Sister Gwyneth, and to the brethren from Gothenburg, Boros and Yon Shopping. It was nice to see you all again on our previous activity. I missed you all. And yes, thank you so much, everyone. And thank you for watching INC Radio Northern Europe Satellite Studio. See you next week. And up next, ito ang payo.
Christian in these last days, so we gotta be ready to fight the good fight. Yeah, we have been taught from the beginning, this is no time to be lax or be sleeping. Let nothing change our faith.